On July 1, more than 88 million Mexican-eligible voters will decide who will be the next president of the republic, and who will hold more than 3,400 other public offices at the federal, state and local level. Since the last presidential election in 2012, more than 9 million new voters have been registered, almost 1.5 times the total of Missouri's population.
Why is this democratic process relevant for Missouri? Mexico is a strong trade and political ally for the Show Me state. In 2017, total trade between Mexico and Missouri surpassed $5.7 billion, supporting around 100,000 jobs in Missouri.
Having strong democratic institutions in Mexico benefits this relation, its continuity, and provides a positive framework for future interactions that affect both societies. Mexico's electoral system has undergone constitutional reforms to strengthen the whole process, including the vote of Mexicans abroad. In particular, Mexican electoral institutions have reinforced mechanisms to ensure citizens' trust. The first step is the electoral registry, in which 98.5% of all Mexicans over 18 have been registered in the national voting census and photographed. In fact, 65% of them have also been fingerprinted. By 2020, each individual register will include all fingerprints, making this registry the most reliable identity database in Mexico. Once registered, citizens receive a free voter's ID card, which allows them to participate in local and national elections.
It is important to highlight that only the National Electoral Institute has the authority to register Mexicans in the electoral census and to issue IDs. Mexican embassies and consulates support this process by receiving the necessary documentation from our nationals and sending the information to the National Electoral Institute. It is an exclusive attribution of the institute to produce and mail directly the voting ID to the citizens. For this year's election, each registered voter outside of Mexico will receive a package via mail with the corresponding ballots, president, members of the Senate, as well as governors and other offices in the 7 states that will hold local elections and that allow to vote from abroad. The package includes a prepaid postal service envelope for mailing their votes back to Mexico before Election Day. Other aspects contribute to building trust in the electoral process, such as the central role played by citizens, which is key to the success of the election. Roughly 1.4 million citizens, regardless of their personal or professional background, are selected, through a double draw from the voters' census, to be responsible for setting up the ballot stations and counting the votes. This means that every Mexican citizen can have a neighbor, coworker or family member who is actually staffing the election.
This voting model has been strengthened over the years. Mexico's National Electoral Institute has shared best practices and contributed to the design of electoral systems in other countries.